A very good afternoon to Puan Islin and everyone. I would like to introduce by myself. My name is Sri Surya and my matrix number is 10DIT24F1251. So our group, we are going to, we are using that, we have chosen the data set called Refine COVID-19 BPS. BPS is called Business Pulse Service. Next, I would like to go to the introduction. So the introduction of this COVID-19 is the COVID-19 of BPS, which is called as Business Pulse Survey dataset, consists of firm level information compiled by the World Bank to evaluate on how the COVID-19 pandemic affected businesses across various countries. It was developed as part of a rapid response survey initiative aimed at capturing timely and relevant data on the challenges faced by firms during the global health crisis. This dataset covers several key aspects of business performance, including operational disruptions, fluctuations in sales and revenues, workforce adjustment, financial constraints, and business expectations for recovery. In addition, it provides insight into how firms responded to the crisis, such as implementing digital technologies, modifying production processes, and utilizing government assistance programs. Next, I would like to talk about the background of the COVID-19 PPS Business Pulse Surveys dataset. So, based on the background, in order to get quick data on how businesses were impacted by the epidemic, the World Bank launched the COVID-19 Business Pulse Surveys BPS. The study was specifically created to look at a variety of effects channels such as operational disruptions, shift in sales, changes in employment and financial restrictions, as well as the tactics businesses use to deal with these difficulties. This information is crucial because it offers comprehensive insights on how companies responded to and adjusted during the crisis, including actions like staff modification, cost cutting, and digital transformation. It could also aid researchers and policymakers in developing economic recovery plans and assessing the success of government assistance initiative. All things are considered that the dataset is a useful tool by comprehending the immediate and long-term impacts of COVID-19 on resilience and corporate performance. Next, I would like to talk about the problem statement. The businesses all throughout the world experienced server interruption as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, which means it had an impact on their operations, earning personal and some general sustainability. The degree in which that enterprises were affected and how well they adjusted to these difficulties is still unknown, despite the fact that governments implemented a number of assistance programs. The COVID-19 Business Pulse Survey (BPS) dataset is available. However, there isn't a single clear result that describes that the pandemic's overall effects on businesses. It is really difficult to determine whether the elements have the greatest impact on business resilience and also the recovery due to the dataset's numerous characteristics pertaining to employment, responses, and business success. Okay, next I will talk about the methodology. The first methodology is EDA, which is called as exploratory data analysis, which means in order to comprehend the structure and features of the data set, this study starts with exploratory data analysis. This entails resolving missing numbers, cleaning up data, and summarizing important variables, including employment changes, sales shifts, and the status of firm closures, such as patterns, trends, and distributions that can be found using descriptive statistics and visual aids such as pie chart and bar chart. Besides that, we can use line chart, we can use column chart, we can use table, we can use sometimes we can use pie, sometimes we can use donut, some donut chart. Sometimes you can use cut, sometimes you can use slicer. So this EDA contributes to a preliminary understanding of the COVID-19 pandemic's impact on businesses. Number two is classification analysis. Based on chosen variables, a classification approach is used to forecast and business outcomes. One could utilize target variables like sales decline, example of sales decline like yes versus no, or business closure, such as business closure example is closed versus open. This film size, industry, operational disturbance, and availability of government assistance are examples of independent factors. Key elements affecting the success and survival of businesses that can be found by using machine learning, or we call it as ML for short form, techniques like decision tree and logistic regression. Number three is correlation and regression analysis. These associations between variables are investigated using correlation and regression approaches. Regression analysis, for example, can be used to investigate how workforce reduction, operational interruption, and liquidity restrictions affect sales performance. Is deeper understanding of the major factors by influencing business outcome during the pandemic, which is made possible by these methods' availability to quantify the direction and strength of correlation. So that is all for my part.
First, I will explain the extraction process. In this step, we imported our dataset, which is refined COVID 19 BPS dataset, into Power BI. The data was collected in CSV format from an external source. We also reviewed the raw data to understand its structure, columns, and overall content before processing. Next is the transformation process. In this step, we clean and prepare the data to ensure accuracy. We handle missing values by either removing or replacing them. We corrected incorrect data type, such as converting text into numbers or dates. We also remove duplicate records to avoid errors in analysis. Additionally, we filter unnecessary data and organize the dataset properly for better understanding. Finally, we have the loading process. After cleaning the data, we loaded the process dataset into Power BI. This step ensures that the data is structured and ready to analysis. The clean data is now used for creating dashboards and generating insights for decision making.
Now I will present part C, which is data modeling. First, we have one fact table named Define COVID-19 BPS. This table contains measurable data like percentage, date, month, year, and country. Next, we have one dimension table named category table. We created this table using the summarize function to get unique values from the breakdown category column. This table helps us with filtering and grouping. And relationship. We created a relationship between both tables. It is a one-to-many relationship using the breakdown category field as the key to connect them. Finally, text measures. We also created three text measures. First, total percentage, which uses SEM to add all percentage values. Second, average percentage, which uses average to calculate the mean percentage. Third, risk level, which uses the if function. If the total percentage is more than 50%, it is classified as high risk. If it is less than or equal to 50%, it is low risk.
Good day, Puan Islin. My name is Previna Sangriswaran and my metric number is 10TIT F1505. Today, I will be presenting our dashboard and created by me titled COVID 19 Impact. This dashboard is designed to analyze and visualize
the impact of COVID 19 across different countries using percentage data. It helps users understand trends over time, compare countries, and explore data through interactive feature. First, we have the KPI card, which shows the total percentage value of 1.21k. This provides a quick summary of the overall data, allowing user to immediately understand the total impact of COVID-19 in the dataset. Next, the line chart display the sum of percentage by year. From this chart, we can observe that the percentage decreases from 2020 to 2021, indicating a reduction in impact over time. And for the next, the bar chart shows the sum of percentage by country. It allows us to compare different countries where Malaysia appears to have the highest percentage, followed by Kosovo and Croatia. This makes it easy to identify which countries are more affected. And for the pie chart represented the percentage distribution based on a breakdown category. We can see that the largest portion comes from the size large 100 plus category, which contributes the most to the overall data. And for the map visual shows the geographical distribution of COVID-19 impact across countries. The size of the bubble represented the percentage value, allowing user to quickly identify regions with higher impact. At the bottom, we have a year slicer which allows user to filter the data between 2020 and 2021. This interactive feature help user focus on specific time periods and analyze changes more effectively. In conclusion, this dashboard provides a clear and interactive visualization of COVID 19 data. It helps users identify trends, compare countries, and understand the distribution of impact. Overall, it is a useful tool for data analysis and decision making. Thank you. Next, I will present the data storytelling and decision making based on my dashboard. The first insight is the declining impact over time. The data shows a clear decreases in percentage from 2020 to 2021, indicating that the impact of COVID-19 reduces over time. The second insight is the uneven impact across countries. Countries such as Malaysia, Kosovo, and Croatia have the higher percentage value compared to others, that some countries are most affected. The third insight that the larger categories contribute the most to the total percentage. The size large 100 category has the highest value, indicating that larger group are more impacted. Overall, the trend shows a decreases in impact over time. The pattern also indicates that the impact is not evenly distributed as certain countries and larger category consistently show higher value. Based on this analysis, it is recommended that businesses focus more on countries with higher impact and improve strategies for larger categories. In addition, investing in digital tools and flexible operation can help manage future disruption more effectively. In conclusion, the dashboard help identify key insight, trends, and patterns which support better decision making. Thank you.
Finally, the conclusion. This project focuses on transforming raw data into a more structured and usable format. Using the ETL process, the data was cleaned by handling missing values, correcting the types, and removing duplicates. To ensure accuracy, data modeling was then applied to organize the dataset into fact and dimension table with proper relationship. Basic description were also used to support data analysis. The dashboard was designed with a suitable visual such as chart, KPIs and filter to present the data clearly. The makes it easier for user to understand the information displayed. Overall, the project highlights the importance of a proper data preparation and visualization in business technology. That's all from us. Thank you.